Welcome and thank you for joining us today. We are going to start today's session with the invocation and Pledge of Allegiance by Mrs. Valerie Guzman. Please rise.
Dear God, as we gather for this council meeting, we ask for your wisdom and clarity. May your Holy Spirit guide our discussions and decisions, ensuring that we serve the best interests of our community. Open our minds and hearts to new ideas and help us work with integrity. In God's name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our servicemen and women who have fought and died for our freedom, and for all those who continue to serve around the world, protecting our way of life. Thank you. I'll now call this meeting to order. This is a City of Hardeeville regular City Council meeting and public hearing, 205 Main Street, Hardeeville, South Carolina, January 22nd, 2026, at 4 p.m. Our first order of business is to approve today's agenda. May I have a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes to today's agenda?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion. We have a second. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Please note, we will only be conducting today's meeting with the three of us, Councilman Carroll and Mayor Pro Tem Mearsman had previous commitments, so we do have a quorum. First order of business is to go into executive session. This will be a discussion of negotiations incident to proposed contractual arrangements in accordance with South Carolina Code of Law 30-4-70A2. We will be discussing the Exit 3 project. Council may take action on matters discussed in executive session. May I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Okay, we will be going into executive session in the conference room. We will begin the regular session promptly at 5 p.m. I hope you don't mind. We are 5 minutes early, so we're going to get started a little bit early. I hope you don't mind. We have already met, started our meeting at 4 o'clock. We've had the invocation, Pledge of Allegiance, and the call to order and approval of the agenda, and we went into executive session. We are now returning from executive session, and so I need a motion to return to the regular meeting from executive session.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have public comment. Has anyone signed up, Cindy? No, sir. Okay, so we're going to move right on to public presentations, and we are going to be introduced to our Public Works Office Manager, Ms. Delaney Rogers. I love it when I have a name I don't mispronounce.
I was wondering if that's why you were hesitating.
'Cause that's not one of my strong points.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm here to introduce Delaney. She started the beginning of December, and we're excited to have her. She's off to a great start.
Great.
Good
Please
evening.
tell us about yourself.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I moved here about a year and a half ago from Pennsylvania, and I know we're both Phillies fans.
Oh, all right. One more. We need them.
Yes, hopefully we have a better season next year.
Yes,
but
we will.
hopefully. I've been learning a lot, and I'm really excited to watch Hardyville grow, and I'm excited to see all the changes that are going to happen.
And Delaney, if you don't mind, would you share a little bit about your family? Because we are a family here, and the more we know about each other, the close we are as a family.
Yes, of course. So my parents actually moved down to South Carolina first. They moved from Pennsylvania as well, and they live in Margaritaville. And following them, I moved down to Bluffton a month after them. They were a little stressed. And then I have an older brother that lives in Washington, D.C., and he's getting married in a year and a half.
Great, great. Well, welcome to the Low Country.
Thank you so
and
much.
welcome to the city of Hardyville.
Thank
And
you.
we wish you a lot of success and a long career with the city. Council, would you like to address Delaney?
Big welcome.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to your success, seeing you grow with the city.
As well.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Best wishes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Have a
welcome.
good evening.
Next, we have the presentation and approval of minutes from the January 8th, 2026 regular city council meeting. May I have a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes to the minutes for January 8th?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Okay, the minutes are approved. Next, we have old business. This is first reading of an ordinance to adopt the master plan submittal for a tract of land consisting of approximately 55 acres, generally known as South Point Parcel 13, townhomes in the South Point Plan Development District. This item is an item that was tabled to a date specific, which is today. We tabled it in order to get some more information, not only from our attorney, but there were other items that the council wanted to have some additional research done. We find ourselves today, we are still waiting on some information. So what I am going to ask the council to do, because A, we're short two people, as you can see, and B, we don't have all the information back that we would like to consider. I'm going to ask the council to please make a motion to table this once again to the second meeting in February. So I'm going to make the motion, actually. I will make the motion to table this item to Miss Cindy, what's the date? The 19th. I make a motion that we table this item to the February 19th, 2026 meeting. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion. I have a second. Now, because it's on the agenda, before I call for a vote, I'm going to open it up to the public. Does anybody have any comments or questions regarding this motion and this item? Seeing none, I will call for a voice vote on this. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Okay, so this will be on the agenda of February the 19th. Next, we have second reading of an ordinance to amend and restate ordinance 2025-10-02C. This is the establishment of a municipal improvement district in the Hilton Head Lakes West Tract. There's actually two items, both B and C, that are both related to this particular municipal improvement district and the assessment of those improvements and that loan. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Davis. And Mr. Davis, do you have any comments or any guidance on these two ordinances?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, you summed it up pretty well. This is really more of a housekeeping item. You've already created the MID and established the tax rolls. Really, the only change is that initially there was going to be two different assessments, an A and a B. They've since just determined that there will only be one assessment, so that's really what it is taking away the B part of it. So everything else has remained the same that you approved previously, and we'd recommend approval.
Okay, and for the purpose of for the edification of the public, this is a complicated thing that we can't summarize in 5 minutes, but to keep it in the most simplest terms, this district is created to borrow money to create the infrastructure, roads, et cetera, and then the residents of that district then get assessed and they pay back that loan. So that's basically what it is, and it's a common funding mechanism when a development comes in and they have to build a road and put infrastructure, et cetera, into that development. So at this point, I will open it up to the public. If the public has any further comments or questions regarding this municipal improvement district, please come forward at this time. Okay, seeing none, and there will be two public hearings because there's two ordinances. They both relate to the same thing. So I'll call for a public hearing again on that, but we have to vote on these one by one. So I'd like a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes. This first ordinance is 2026-1-08A.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to approve at second reading ordinance number 2026-01-08A.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments or questions by council or the public? Seeing none, I'll call for a voice vote on this. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. And I must be out of practice because I forgot to ask you if you had any questions. The first one. Okay. This is the second reading of that of an ordinance that also has to do with the assessment rolls of this municipal improvement district. This is ordinance 2026-01-08B. Mr. Davis, do you have any further comments on this?
No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Guzman, do you have any comments or questions?
No, sir, no comments, no questions.
Mr. White?
No questions, no comments.
I don't either. So what we'll now do is ask the public. Does the public have any comments or questions regarding this ordinance? Okay. Seeing none, I'd like a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes to the second reading of ordinance 2026-01-08B.
I make a motion for the approval of the 2026-01-08B.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. I'll call for a voice vote on this. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and again, for the purpose of the public, we really breezed through that pretty good. We've had a workshop, we had a first reading, we've had a lot of discussion on this, and that's why we've pretty much exhausted all our questions previously. So, next, we have new business, and this is a resolution of the City of Hardyville, South Carolina, consenting to the Special Source Revenue Credit Agreement approved by Jasper County via Jasper County Ordinance Number 0-2025-32 for certain property located within the corporate limits of the City of Hardyville. This is resolution. A resolution has only one vote. It's 2026-01-22A. This, again, we have had a workshop, and we've had quite a bit of guidance on exactly what this is all about. Mr. Davis, do you want to explain it for the public, please?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, approximately, well, a little over 4 years ago, this group entered into an intergovernmental agreement with Jasper County to provide certain incentives, tax incentives, to a manufacturing facility located within the corporate limits of Hardyville, which obviously is in Jasper County as well. And that's based upon certain capital investment and the creation of jobs. They've been successful, and they are actually expanding on that. So they've asked for a continuation of the credit, and that's what this does, is extends those credits for another period of time. So that's where we are with this. We recommend approval, and I know you've discussed this with the Southern Carolina Alliance and are well versed in what this means for the city.
So again, this is something that we have discussed. We were given a legal briefing and executive session. What this is a tax incentives for companies to move here down in our industrial zone, which is pretty common for those types of properties. So having said that, Mr. White, do you have any further comments or questions?
No, I do not, Mr. Mayor.
Mrs. Guzman?
No, sir, I don't have any questions.
I have no further comments or questions. This was, as it says, was already approved by Jasper County, and it does require our approval as well, and that's what this is about tonight. So at this point, I'd like to invite the public, if you have any comments or questions regarding this resolution, please come forward at this time. Seeing none, I'd like a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes to Resolution 2026-01-22A.
I make a resolution for the approval of 2026-01-228.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further comments or questions by council or the public? Seeing none, I'll call for a voice vote on this. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now we come to matters arising from executive session. Madam Attorney, do you have the motion written? We have a resolution as a result of our discussions in executive session earlier. Okay. As discussed in executive session, we have a resolution, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, This is a policy support to negotiations regarding the funding of the proposed Exit 3. That will require, we're in negotiations to complete the funding for that project, and this gives the city's support of these negotiations and these policy statements. To summarize, it basically extends the loan amount that was previously agreed to, paid for by future tax revenues. So, and again, it doesn't obligate the city to anything. It just is a policy support for these negotiations that are ongoing at this point in time. So, I would like a motion. Does this have a resolution number, Mrs.? Oh, excuse me. Okay. May I have a motion to approve, disapprove, or make any changes? This is resolution number 2026-01-22B.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any comments or questions by council or the public? If I didn't explain that real well and the public would like ask any questions? Sure. In brief, we have been trying to build a new interchange on I-95 known as Exit 3. It'll be at the 3-mile mark. It will be an exit that will go into our large industrial area. The bids came back well over DOT's estimates. And so in order to move forward with it, we would have to extend the amount of the loan potentially. If the infrastructure bank doesn't give them all the money, then we would extend the loan by up to, but not to exceed, another $8 million. Now that loan, what happens is this. There's a district that's called the Tax Increment Financing District. And this is a 30-year loan. We've already committed to $28 million, and this would add 8 to it. And what happens is all the new industry around the exit, hotels, restaurants, gas stations, and things like that, the future taxes, 35 cents out of every dollar would be used for 30 years to pay back the loan. And the other 65 cents would be taxes that would go to the city, county, and the school board. Okay, so that's called a tax increment financing zone. And I'm really simplifying it for brevity because this way it doesn't, it gets paid for by the future taxes over the course of 30 years. So that's basically what. Now, it may come, we may not take an additional loan, and we're hoping we don't. But this just gives, it's a policy statement that if it comes to that, now, then we would have to come back and get final approval. But this just is, gives us a little bit of knowing that our council supports this negotiation. So that is way oversimplified, but that's basically what it is.
I guess I would probably simplify it a little bit further, but you're agreeing to continue working with DOT or the land bank to help fund the Exit 3 project.
Right. It's a very large, the total project's 130 million. And like I said, over the course of the loan, we would achieve even at 65 cents on every dollar, between the three entities, $435 million in taxes just out of that 1,600-acre tax increment financing zone. So there's a lot of future taxes at stake. And so that's why we've been working very hard over a long number of years to make sure, to try to make this exit happen. Because as you know, besides all the industries coming down there, every exit has gas stations, hotels, restaurants, and there's a lot of other things planned that generate tax revenues that if we don't have an exit, we probably won't have. So it's a win-win if we, once we get this exit done.
Is there a timeline associated with that?
The bids have to be awarded by next Wednesday, and it is a build-out. They're projecting 36 months, so probably 48. Yeah. And, you know, the loan wouldn't be executed till probably a couple of years from now, so it's out there a little bit. And so I'm not doing my job properly, sir. Would you please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the public record?
My name's Ralph Hamilton, so,
And your address, sir? Your address?
121 Neville's Daisy, Register, Georgia.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. We talked so long, I forgot where I was. Did we vote? We, we did vote. Okay, good. Woo. But thank you for your questions, and they're very valid, and it's important, and that's why we have public comment, so to make sure that you understand what's going on, and if you do have any comments, you have a chance to express your opinion. So thank you. Next, we have the manager's report, and Mr. Davis, do you have anything to report today?
Yes, sir. Just two quick items. One, just as a reminder, the city is currently updating our comprehensive plan, and there are ways for everyone to participate. You can go to our website, hardyvillesc.gov, right on the front page. There's a link. You can take a survey, whether you be a resident or a business owner. We'd love to have your input. The comprehensive plan will help guide the growth and development of the city over the next 20 years and create a blueprint for us, so we want everyone's input. And also, in conjunction with that, our planning staff is more than willing to meet with any group, or even if just a few people they will come to you, or you can come here, whatever you want to do, and they will conduct a visioning session. It's a fun exercise with maps and colored markers and all that fun stuff. But and you can reach out to our planning department for that if you'd like to participate. The more, the merrier. And then finally, just a note that next Wednesday, City Council and staff will be participating in our strategic retreat at May River Manor in Bluffton to kind of do goal setting for the next fiscal year. And that's all I have for this evening, sir.
Great, thank you. Mr. White, do you have any comments or questions?
No, I don't.
Mrs. Guzman?
Yes, I just have one comment. I just want to thank Neil for putting together the Regional Nonprofit Symposium and inviting all those nonprofits over. During the break, it was great to see all the nonprofits getting together and networking and exchanging ideas and on how they could serve the residents in the county and in the city best. So well done, Neil, and thank you. That's about it.
Thank you, and I'll echo what Mrs. Guzman said. That was an excellent idea, and seeing all our nonprofits together and explaining what each of them do was very helpful. I think not only to us, but to each other. Couple of things. First of all, last week, Mr. Gruber and Neil and we visited the Rural Infrastructure Authority, again, about Exit 3. That's an ongoing thing, as I explained briefly. We also, on the 12th, our youth council has been focused in on trying to find a way to help our homeless population. So they have voted to do a little mini soup kitchen one day, as well as try to collect some items that will ease their situation, things like clothing, personal hygiene items, a few other things. So they will be conducting this this campaign over the next couple of months, and there'll be more on that. And I'm very proud of our students who participate in the Youth Council and their sensitivity and their compassion for those less fortunate. We were in Columbia this week, and I spent a lot of time up talking to all our state legislators, our senators and representatives, and I want to thank them. They were generous with their time, listening to Exit 3, what we need for Exit 3, and a couple of other issues. And I got to say that our delegation, Senator Davis, Representative Newton, Jeff Bradley of Hilton Head, Bill Herb Kurtzman, Shannon Erickson, they are just terrifically supportive of all the initiatives of the city, and I just want to give them a public thank you for their help and their dedication to the Low Country. I also want to thank Hilton Head Island. They host a dinner where our legislators come for dinner. That was Tuesday night, and they invite the local jurisdictions as well. So we were with Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort, and Port Royal. We're all in attendance Tuesday night up in Columbia. Couple of things that I would like to offer to council, and Mr. Davis, if you would follow up on this. First of all, I gave a speech last week on Hilton Head, and I met a gentleman who's actually an architect, and he used a word that I had never heard before, and I invited him to perhaps visit with council and explain it. And it's called tactical urbanism. You probably heard of it, Matt, because you're in that business, but I had never heard of it, and I thought it was kind of interesting, and it kind of fits into our desire to revitalize our downtown section. So I invited him to send me his name and address, and that I would bring it up to council and perhaps invite him to explain what all that means. So if we could look to see, perhaps at the retreat, I think I put it on my latest list, and talk about whether council would like to hear from this gentleman. Also, in a conversation with Mrs. Guzman earlier today, our choices are so much more complicated when it comes to developments that are coming into our city, and they want to start putting things that we're maybe not the best places to do it. And so we talked about to add, rather than just look at maps, and we all try to go look at the site in person, but I'd like to offer a policy change to the council. Mrs. Guzman and I talked about this, that every time there's a map, there's a development that has to be done, we also want to see overhead drone footage of the area. Okay? We have the technology, And in addition to looking at a map, in addition to go visit the site, that overhead view will give us a better understanding of what we're considering and what impact it will have on the surrounding area. Proximities to wetlands, or to this wildlife refuge, or the proximity to a road. I think the more we understand where these developments are going, the better our decision-making can be. And we have the technology, so let's add it to all presentations in the future, okay? And again, we should discuss that and make sure that the council all agrees with that, policy. And that's all I have. That was quick. Usually not that quick. Yes, sir.
Just a question, sir. I moved here about 10 months ago.
Could you please come and, since we're already, you have to get on a public record so we know where you live,
Sure. Steve Fear, 59 Tropics Avenue over in Margaritaville.
okay?
Moved here about 10 months ago. I've gone on the website several times, and I'm not the most computer literate, but I can't seem to find any information in the document sections or things like that. Is it me and I'm doing things wrong, or?
I sometimes have trouble too, so yeah, don't feel bad.
Oh, okay, good. That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah,
Hey, I was just wondering if the website's updated. I guess that's the bottom line question, because I couldn't seem to find current information.
What I would suggest you do is give your name and contact information to Mr. Davis, and someone can get in touch with you, and so that you can ask whatever questions and they can guide you
Not
through.
even sure what they are. the
Well,
questions.
Yes,
But
More than happy to show him. There might be something he's overlooking. There's a feature that gets me a little confused, and I think I know where he might be hung up.
okay. So do you have,
Right after the meeting, if you like.
Daniel is with our media department, and he's brilliant. So if he's still around, otherwise, you can spend some time with him. If he can't tell you, nobody can. Okay, so he is quite brilliant. Now, I just want to say, what just transpired is somewhat out of order. But since we're so quick today, I allowed it. So, but I just say that because when it's a more complicated hearing, I would have had to deny what you just did. So. Yeah, and that's why I allowed it. We're still going to get home in time for dinner, so we don't have to worry. I do have that latitude as the chair of the meeting, so, but I think I needed to put that in the public record as well. Okay, so we have one other order of business, and that is item number 8, or is that 13? 13. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, sir.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you in 2